How's it going, guys? So, last bunch of days I couldn't find these, realizing that they were around the computer at the whole time. Anyways, so we're wearing them right now, even though there's a cloud right above blocking the sun, but I think I got major eye strain between the brightness of how things have been lately in the summer, right? Because it seems to me, I don't know if it's just me with my age, or if it's actually happening where it feels like that the sun is just getting brighter and brighter and brighter. Is it just me, or is it really happening? Anyways, so I'm wearing these now because I keep on, like, if I close my eyes, right, I'm seeing, like, around the corner, it's like chaotic weird shapes and they're black or whatever. Known as an indicator of eye strain. So could even be retina damage for all I know. Anyways, so I bought a streamer light here. I got my buckets back there and I haven't done anything with it yet. And I haven't done anything yet because the Urban Impact is here, right? So they're doing the garbage. But yeah, it's this thing here that I got. It's USB controlled, so I plug into the Jackery, and the power is right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be hooking this up to the main dash here, and see whether or not I can make that work or not. I don't care if I have to drill holes. Like, it's no hair off my chest with that, right? It's gonna be a little bit of work, but Saturday I'm thinking that like the wedding is at 3, but we're gonna be there probably around 2:30 or so because of parking. And I'm thinking we're gonna probably be leaving as the sun is still up. So, but you never know, like, with this. So I'm just wondering whether or not I should have a spot for the Jackery up here. No, we'll figure it out. I need a power station regardless, right? Or thought of another idea. Where's I used to have a little connector that connects to USB connector. I could always go to the dollar store and get another one, I think. And it will hook up to my cigarette lighter. So that way, yeah, maybe I should do that. Hook it up to the cigarette. Yeah, that would work instead of worrying about the Jackery. What's that? Nothing I need right now. Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna get the dual connector for the cigarette lighter and have that do that instead of the Jackery. There's an idea, because regardless, everything here has to be powered up by I can't even think straight, man. I did not sleep last night. I don't know why. It could be the heat, right? But there were like no sirens in the area last night. But however, there's been bears and everything around here, eh? So, and then apparently there's been like 7 complaints about the restaurants in this area about not cleaning their garbage cans. And I was like, well, that's common sense, man. You got to clean your garbage can, or at least get another one, so that way the wildlife can't smell. Because I think bears, they could smell from how many kilometers away, right? So any wildlife, really, they have a sense of garbage, right? So that, if they smell the food, they're going to go after it, right? So yeah, so that's been quite interesting. A friend of mine sent me a video how there was it wasn't a massive bear and it looked skinny, right? But yeah, it was around her garden and everything, so she kept her cat indoors, right? So because you never know what can happen there, right? So, but anyways, Kate, the garbage truck is gone. What I'm gonna try and do is, oh shoot, I think I left I wonder if there's another. Yeah, there is. I think there's a drill set of those little pieces that I need that can go up to my kit. But I'm still going to have to try and find that dual USB connector and hook it up there. I had one somewhere around here. I just don't know where. because I got 2 cigarette lighters that I had 2. One was hooked up, but I disconnected it. So, okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I got 4 small buckets, and I've been trying to figure out whether or not I should be putting tools that I want in there, like just small basic tools that I need, and slide them underneath the bed. I know some people have said, just leave it as is and try and open up the lid and whatnot, right? But that's just gonna be extra work. So, yeah, I'm getting mentally beat up from this again, to be honest with you. There's no excitement in this because it's been taking so long. All right, well, I gotta get some motivation here. So, let's try and see what we can do here. Maybe my screwdriver can take those bits and drill a hole, or I might not even need a hole. If I pull out the deck and put it through, it might work that way. I know, don't think so hard, it hurts, right? All right, anyways, I will deal with the deck probably later or tomorrow. It has to be done before Saturday, just in case. And I think I'm going to try and see what I can do about the back first, because there's a bag underneath, and I want to see, what I can usually utilize those bins for. Trust me, they're not that big. Let's see here. I want to see if this doesn't fit, I'm going to be mad. Because I did measurements, and I'm not good with measurements. So. Come on. This has got to work, man. This has got to work. Hey, it fits. My measurements were off, but holy crap, was it ever off? Ooh. Will it fit there? Yes. Will it fit the back? Yes. Yeehaw! Okay. Oh my gosh. You guys. The size of the bins I bought are just this size here. Originally I was just going to put clothing in here, but my gym bag that I use has my everyday clothes. And then if I was to go hiking or go to the gym or something like that, I've got a camouflage knapsack. So I'm gonna figure something else out with my big hockey bag and figure out what or maybe start off. Maybe I could just empty those bags of the tools to see what I need and don't need. I have to figure this out and fast. Okay, there's gonna be more noise here. The garbage cans are being done. Well, after a little bit of work, what I've done is I've actually done some work to get lights back on my display here. So you guys can see that. So I could drive at night. So that's a massive plus. So I've been concerned about that for quite a while, to be honest with you, but I had to do it a different way because all my bulbs are toast. Hopefully that stays. I'm gonna have to probably do some driving to see whether or not it should stay, considering the fact that the way I've got it in there. So it is what it is, man. After all, it's a temporary vehicle for who knows how much longer. So, and the light that I put in there, cost effective, $10. So, but I needed this for Saturday, so we'll see what happens. And with the way the cluster is built anyway, I don't think that the light can go very far anyway, so because the arms are in there, right? So, all right. So now I'm gonna show you guys what else I've done. Okay, so yeah, I got 2 days till the wedding, so that's why I'm doing all this, trying to get it prepared. I've only got so much time today. I got a few other things I got to do too, right? So I have been debating about the tools. Because the tools I normally use, I believe, are under here as it is. Like the tire repair kit and stuff like that, socket wrenches and whatnot, which can come in handy anywhere, right? So I am heavily considering the 2 bags that are already in there, considering just leaving them there. Because the bins I got are, well, I think my best bet for those is just gonna be closed. So, so for an example, I'm only wearing my water shoes right now. Like, you know, the size of this lid here, you know, I could easily put, like, for an example, socks and underwear in one, jeans in one, shirts in one, which actually the shirts I just bought, they're horrible. But it is what it is. So, they're not going to be the kind that where I'm going to definitely want to be out here in 30 degree weather. Put out. You see how thick this is? Okay, these new shirts are not even close to being like that. So I'm not impressed with the quality. So I'm going to have to contact them and let them know that's the last time I'm buying those kind of shirts. So sometimes that's why you have to buy shirts locally. You know, it's a learning lesson. So I could probably use those shirts actually for, like, you know, being workout shirts. And then they also sent me a good shirt. I ordered a medium and they gave me a 2L or whatever it is. I did put it on and I wore it, you know, to see how it would fit, and I think it might actually work out, to be honest. Man, the amount of traffic around here is just freaking nuts. Where did I put? Oh, right there. Jeez. Okay. My eyes are sore from the brightness. Anyways, so yeah. So the other thing I'm going to try and finish off is the flooring down here, and I'm going to try and get that done. But yeah, those other bins, I think it's going to be best off having those just for clothes. So I want to get this back finished before Saturday. So let's see, what time is it now? It's only 2 o'clock, right? So I got plenty of time today to do this. Okay, so I'm going to continue on doing what I'm doing. I know I told you guys I wasn't going to try and get any videos out to you guys, but I figured, what the hell, why not give you guys an update, right? Because I was working on the cluster thing anyway, so it took me a little bit of time, but nice barbecue. Well, thank you. All right. Well, that was the finishing touches on it. I had to do some patch jobs on it. I had decided that the bag of tools that are underneath there, right, which is give me a second here. I'm seriously seeing stuff in my eyes right now. Not a good sign, but just have to move my eyes around. I don't know. What it might be is it just might be something in the way. I don't know. I've had problems with this eye lately where there was either itching or something like that, and it could be an eyelash or something. I have no clue. So if it continues on, I might have to go get my eye checked. So it could be the fact of with the way the weather has been, and I couldn't find my shades. You know, it could be temporary damage. So it's very annoying to see, but because if I'm moving my eyeballs, there's like a round thing, so something to keep an eye on. Anyways, so yeah, so I decided to keep my tools underneath there, and so I've glued all that up, so I have to wait for 24 hours for that. They're not going to go anywhere anytime soon anyway. What's going on, man? You should be covering your head. You might get a little burnt. But the other thing I was also thinking too is got my power tools in here. I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, I could keep the tools here, keep the open spot over here towards this way, and just have it sitting there and ready for me to use my tools. I can even do that. So that way if something comes up, just like grab, you know. I am a little bit more concerned about the big bag down there that has all my tools in it, right? So, but I can't keep on buying bags and I can't keep on buying buckets, right? It's not exactly cheap to do, right? And with the amount that is down there, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for that to be that mat to be solidified. I'll probably wait till after the weekend for that to be done. All the buckets I bought were already gone to the clothing. So if I take this thing off, okay, I got the two nets there, which can go up here if I really wanted to. If I take this off, I could stretch out the sleeping bag. I should do that. Okay, so what I've done here is I'm leaving some things a little bit on the messy side for now because of the glue. I want that to be dried first, right? And so sleeping bag's up, try to make it a little bit more homey. I really thought about this corner here. This sucker and that one over there are going to go upstairs for now, because that's where his girlfriend lives, right? But I might actually try and get my mom to try these things, see if it works for her back, because you know she's got a massive curve, right? So those might come in handy for my mom. So yeah. So this is the sleeping bag. Looks like crap right now, but it will get resolved. There's some stuff in here which like that beige like this will clearly be for my pillow, okay? And this here is actually a hoodie, and I got that for my birthday. So and it actually feels really nice, right? So one day I'll have to wear that. Like if we go to back countries, whatever, I'm gonna have to try and wear that thing because it was comfortable. I'm telling you, man. It was 35 degrees when one day in there. Put it on and I was able to wear that thing. That's how light it is. It's like, damn, this feels nice, right? So if I was to put this sucker, I'm gonna put this net. I have to figure out which door to put it on. You know, because of skeeters, right? And yeah, guys, I'll be honest with you. You know, like these vehicles, okay, you know, they're not made to. I'm gonna sit on the bed for a minute because I can. Let's see. I'm at the back, so it's expected that the roof's going to hit, right? So, anyway, so these vans, okay, when they were made, they were only made to last 150,000 kilometers, all right? But the weird thing is, and that's the motor and all the parts for about 150,000, but the transmissions that they put in are good for 300,000, okay? So I'm up at about, I've still got roughly, if everything was to go well, 130,000 kilometers to go before the transmission's supposed to bite the biscuit. Okay, so, but hey, that really depends on how much traveling I do too, right? Because we all know there's van lifers out there who have had to replace their transmissions and their motors and everything, right? Now, depending on the cost of a new vehicle, okay, I was talking to another guy who actually owns one of these things, and what he said was he was contemplating. He said he goes, if the cost of a new vehicle is going to cost more than having a motor replacement, okay, then he might as well just replace the motor that is in here, right, in his vehicle. And I was like, really? Like, we both have 3.4s. Okay, but he was contemplating going to a 3.8. So, and if you were to replace the whole motor, you can do it in here. You can actually, if you were to take it out, you could actually replace it and put propane. You could put almost, hello, you could put almost anything in here, right? It depends on which way you want to go. So, a new motor for something like this vehicle here, and to replace the stuff for a different kind of fuel. Okay, like he was actually talking about what he was contemplating is putting a diesel into his and replacing it all, or getting him. He doesn't need a really big van, right? And neither do I, but because I'm by myself. However, you only lasts so much when you have to crouch, right? So, but you can only go for whatever you can afford. So we're gonna find out in the short, long term of what's gonna be happening here, right? So, in the meantime, we're just gonna do the absolute best that we possibly can and try and do a little bit of local traveling if we can. I'm gonna be looking for campsites, free ones, whatever. So you guys, I want to know from you guys, can I find free campgrounds, like through Google, or is there a certain app I have to download? Yeah, I tried iOverlander one point in time and I was lost. I couldn't figure it out. Maybe it's because it was a free version. I don't know. But I want to find something to where I'm going to be able to get campgrounds and do that instead of just doing street parking. So, but there's a chance all this could be starting locally as early as possibly next week. Okay, the windows need to be done. I have to make sure that the cluster stays doing what it's doing. I'm quite sure it will. I don't think anything else besides for my daily clothing bag will be coming in here. I think what you guys see here, once it's more cleaned up, okay, and besides for the trifold, okay, and of course I got to clean up that stuff down there, right? Ignore that for now. It's going to be cleaned up. These two boards here, I think are going to, the cedar will be, I think it's going to be chopped up. It's going to be chopped up to smaller and putting wood in it, right? The big one here, however, not 100% sure what to do with that yet. It's going to have to stay on the side for now. But otherwise, the corner over there is going to get cleaned up. The top of it's going to get cleaned up a little bit. I got storage on the side of the door there, so those books over there can go over there. Come to think of it, I don't even know what the hell's in that door in the first place. Suspicion. So yeah, a bunch of doors are going to have to be cleaned up and see what's in there, what I don't need, get rid of it, clean it out kind of thing, and put toiletries and stuff like that, right? So I'm actually been contemplating that worst comes to worst is that that the station where that double fan is, using half of it for food and half of it for toiletries, so because I did make it a little too close to the seat I could probably move the seat forward and put toiletries there too, right? Or I could just place some stuff inside my gym bag. So either way, it doesn't really matter right now. So anyways, that's it. That's all she wrote for this. I'm going to see what I can do a little bit more, and then I'm going to call it a day. I did not sleep at all last night, and I am just absolutely dragging myself here. So it's going to be an early night for me tonight. So and then 2 days from now is going to be the big day. I will tape what I can when I can regarding trying to go to the wedding. The highway driving, having a conversation with my mom, because I will be with my mom. How you doing? Some dude kept on staring at me. Normally when you do a greeting like that, they look away right away because they know they've been caught. Because he didn't say anything else. So, anyways, no big deal. And then I'll see what I can do about a little bit of taping at the ceremony, if I can. Okay, and then afterwards, right? So, yeah. So tomorrow, I don't know if I'll be taping. So, if I am, you guys will know about it, of course. But if I'm not, well, hey, it's the way it goes. So, okay, I'm going to do a little bit more cleanup here. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. I really do. Be on alert for next week when, or maybe even tomorrow might actually do it too, is try and get some blackouts for these. It's going to be temporary blackouts. If I'm not looking out the windows, clearly I don't need them. Yeah. I will just find something like, I don't care if it's crafting boards or something like that, we'll tape them to them and that'll be the end of it, right? So, all right, yeah, I guess that's it. So, and then there's one other thing too. I got to find some kind of a light for in here because I'm going to need light for streaming. So, now I got to go. I will talk to you guys later. Yeah? Sure? Yeah? Okay, cool.